Hi everyone, and welcome to The Well-Educated Artist. I'm Miranda, and today I have tiles, 4-inch white ceramic tiles. And you may have guessed it, we are going to be making coasters. My daughter says she will use a coaster on her bedside table if I make her one. So guess what? We're making coasters, and there's going to be a twist. Hopefully, these coasters are going to be glow in the dark. That way my daughter will always know where to put her cup on her bedside table at night. So you'll have to wait till the end of the video to see whether it works or not. So I'm excited. Let's get started. Okay, so to begin, of course, we need our tile and we need our paint. We have titanium white, we have primary yellow, we have blue, and I believe that's sapphire blue, and then we have Prussian blue for this, and we have our very important glow-in-the-dark paints. We have a neutral glow-in-the-dark paint, and we also have a blue glow-in-the-dark paint because my daughter wanted a blue coaster. That's her favorite color. So that's what we're going to be using. So I have put the glow-in-the-dark paint in syringes. So that just makes it a little easier with a smaller tile to pour it in the design that I'm going to want to pour it in. So that's what we have here. So I'm just going to put these down and we're going to begin. We're going to start with some titanium white. These are mixed, of course, with Floetrol, and we'll just begin. Starting in the middle and working our way out. We won't need a whole lot of paint with this. And we also will have to be careful on not making green. I'm just looking at my colors here. Starting very small, I'm going to alternate between my colors. And each time I do that, I'm going to be using white. So I'm actually going to put a little white here, and then, and hopefully this will work, I'm going to use some of my neutral colored glow-in-the-dark paint because I imagine it to be thinner than most of the other colors, just because it is thin, and I still had to add Floetrol, a little bit of Floetrol to it to make sure it doesn't break when the tile is done. So something to think about. And then on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and add my glow-in-the-dark blue. And then I'm going to be doing alternating. So here's my white. And that I won't put any glow in the dark with yet. And I'm going to go ahead and add my sapphire blue. Love sapphire blue. And I'm going to add some glow in the dark. You can really see the glow in the dark blue. And now I am going to add my yellow. Just need a little contrast in there. Looks like an egg. That's all good. So I am going to go ahead and do more titanium white. Very sunny. And on top of that, I'm going to again add my glow in the dark. We'll see how this comes up, and then I will add more of my glow in the dark blue. Titanium, and I think I'm just going now to add more of the, or I didn't think I added Prussian blue, but I'm going to add some Prussian blue. Yes, I did. And then Glow-in-the-Dark, which is actually acting, I can tell, a little squirrelier. And I might need to put just a touch of titanium. Whoa, that did not work out real well. That's okay. We're all good. Must have had a little bit of nastiness in the Floetrol. That sometimes happens. It's not going to ruin it. We're going to come back and we're going to add a blue. We're going to just make sure that we have our rings as we alternate. Makes me wary of this white, but it's okay, I think. So it's not an exact round, but it'll still be good. I have a good feeling about this. And I don't even know if we need any more yellow. Just a little bit. Yellow sometimes likes to hide. It's a fairly lighter pigmented color and it likes to hide. Our glow-in-the-dark. And maybe just a little more glow-in-the-dark blue. I so love that sapphire blue. It's so pretty. And I have to add more because I just think it's really, really pretty. See how much movement we have. I'm also going to put a little more white around the edge. Make sure we have plenty of movement. Our Prussian blue seems to disappear somewhat. It's a little darker. You can see there's the ring of the Prussian blue there. It almost reads as black, but it is not black. It is a very dark blue if you're familiar with Prussian blue. Very dark blue. That's why I usually work with sapphire blue instead. But it's all good. It's all really good. And I'm afraid if I don't use a heavier white, it may come back to haunt us. And I'm going to put a lot of that pretty blue on the end. Okay, we probably at this point have enough paint. And I'm going to take my handy dandy trusted skewer and I am going to, and you have to know which way you're going. Are you coming in or are you going out? And that's kind of hard, I think, even if you're not a beginner, to remember that. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just torch, see what we get. There's not actually any silicone in this, so I don't know how much movement we're going to get, but I'm going to torch it first. In case we have any air bubbles, you're starting to see some movement. It's really cool, almost like a geode. That could be really neat in and of itself, actually. And leave it be. But I am going to pull that out, and you will need a paper towel for this to wipe off your skewer. You don't want to cross-contaminate. So for those, we are going out. For these, we are coming in. Okay, and you could stop right there. You can go back in again. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. And I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Do I just want to leave it as is, very simple? I think I do. I'm not going to go too crazy with this. And so there are a couple of ways you can handle this. You can spin it, and I'm gonna just actually tilt it because I want a little more control than a spin. And I may just actually fill this in because I really like it the way it is. You know, I think sometimes it's easy to go too far and then you don't like what you did and you're like, why didn't I stop? It's very easy to go too far when you do this, and I actually like the way that looks. And now what I think I'm going to do is actually fill in the edges, and I can choose to do white or I can choose to do a color. And it's like, oh gosh, what is my choice going to be for this? It's definitely not going to be yellow, so I can just take yellow and set it aside. It could be white, and it could be this beautiful sapphire blue. I do not think it's going to be the Prussian blue because it's reading very, very dark. So it's either sapphire blue or white. Yeah. You know how much I love the sapphire blue. I'm scared. I'd already got some on the side, so it kind of makes sense. I'm going to wipe off the tip. Oops, I got a little white in there, and that is a problem. I have 1,000 paintbrushes. Well, this is fine because I can actually get the sides with this pretty blue. That's okay, I think we're okay. Sometimes this makes me nervous. I'm actually getting the sides while I'm doing this. Okay, so tip, I think. And the cool thing is, since I've got my brush, my handy dandy brush, I can go around the sides and fill in the blue. I am going to pick it up, I think, but I just want to fill it in a little bit and make sure that all of it is going to be covered with something. I see some barcode. You know, sometimes you get that barcode in if you don't file it off, which you can. Actually need to put this down. Sometimes I have too many things in my hands. I'm going to put a little white here just so that it drips. And probably the same right here. I want it to drip and cover. Again, I'm not liking that right there. It's wanting to spit, and maybe it's okay, but not what I want. And I always encourage painters, if it's not what you want, it is your art, you can change it. And it's all good. Love that blue. And then I am going, I think, just to put a little tiny more white. Just because I want to. Actually, I'm really liking what this is doing, where I added the white, but I don't want to add any more white. So I'm just going to go around the edges because I definitely don't want to add any more white to it. But I like the idea of having that mottled look. Something like that. Okay, I like it. And since I like it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to torch it. Got a few little cells. If you use a lot of silicone, you're going to get a lot of cells. And obviously, if you don't use any, you may or may not getting cells depending on your flow medium. And there we have it. One little place I see. I'm a little obsessive. And I can move it around a little bit if I want it to. Notice I am being careful not to drop my tile down into my paint box, because that could be easy to do. Okay, I like it. I really like it. So let's see, we're gonna let it dry and see if we get that whole glow in the dark effect. Of course, I'm gonna have to fiddle with it, right? It's no fun if you don't fiddle with it a little bit. Make sure it's exactly what you want it. You could even put something down in the middle if you want to do that. But I don't think I will. I know. I think it looks good. And if I fiddle with it anymore, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, actually, I kind of like that. Ah, there, we've got a middle. There we go. Okay. And there it is. One more time. We're going to do that. Oh, I really like the middle now. It really, you can just really see it in the middle, and I'll get a close-up for you so you can see what it's doing. It makes me want to stick my fingers in it, but it looks cool. Yay! Okay, yes, it did indeed glow in the dark. Here it is, completely finished with epoxy resin for its own protection, and on the back, for the protection of your tabletop, there is a cork back. If you don't know about these cork backs, they're fabulous. You can get them on the internet. They are just peel and stick, and you just peel it right off and stick it on the back. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Bye.